I don't know what happened, but guys, I bled. I started to bleed. I started to bleed like crazy. Hi guys, I hope you're well and you've been keeping safe. I've been well, just that I've been lost for a while because work. It's been a bit busy, but I'm doing well and I thank God. So today I have a story for you guys. This is a story of my delivery. Yes, Kanungo guys. It's called Kanungo. Pale ward, Pale labor ward. I tell you guys, it's not easy. So yeah, my baby just turned 1 and I really thank God because of this far that we've come. I thank God that she's healthy. I thank God that she's vibrant and she's hit her milestones not kama kawaida, she's hit her milestones as expected, and I really thank God for that. You know, the whole story about conceiving, carrying your pregnancy to delivery, people sometimes take it kama kawaida, but it is not. It is all by God's grace that we get babies. It's all by God's grace that we are able to carry our babies and even deliver them and hold them in our hands. So I want to give you the story of my delivery. It was, I wouldn't call it easy, yeah, and but I thank God I'm alive, and I thank God that I'm here today with my baby. So without wasting time, let me just go back to, it was on 5th of July. Yeah, it was on 5th of July, and my friend called Riza, they had come to visit us, and I started telling her, hey manze, I'm feeling that my back is hurting a little bit and it comes as it goes. So I was expecting it to like fasten. You know, at the point where you are almost delivering, you are very anxious. You don't know what kind of pain to expect. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what will start aching. Yeah, so I told her my back is hurting, but now it wasn't progressing. The minutes, it was like after 30 minutes I get a pain. So I hoped and prayed that maybe iongezeke, because from whatever I had learned or gone through internet, nilikuwa najua the pain is supposed to slowly or gradually increase, but mine wasn't. So that was on Sunday 5th. We stayed the whole night. They had to leave, and then on Sunday usiku, that is Sunday night, another night of pain, but no progression. Honestly, there was no progression. I'm not a medic, but hakukuwa progression. I couldn't feel like it coming ikiongezeka. So I was a bit anxious, and on Monday the pain seemed to go away, but I wasn't okay. I was in pain kidogo, but haikuwa as much as it was on Sunday, so I was a bit worried. Hadi that day I had to go out there and walk. Like, I walked so that maybe the pain itaongezeka. That was on Monday evening. So this has been like almost 24 hours. Nothing is happening. No water has broken. Is it called breaking of water? No, there was nothing. So I tell my husband on Monday jioni, we just have to go to the hospital because we don't know how the baby is doing. As much as I cannot feel the pain increase, let's just go to hospital so that we can be checked. So I go to hospital. I had packed everything, so we carried the bag and we went, found I think one person in the labor ward. So the nurses checked if I had dilated. Oh, whoa, that thing is so uncomfortable. Yeah, it was uncomfortable to be checked if your cervix has dilated. It was bad. So they told me that I had dilated for 2 centimeters and I couldn't go back home. Hey, the stress, guys. You know me, I had never been into a hospital, like been admitted, so I didn't know what to expect. My husband was like, "Wow, tunamwacha, we are leaving her behind." He was told yes, she has to be left behind. So there was only one person in the labor ward. I joined her. I wore my gown and everything. So I joined her to the end. It was a little bit late. It was around 9. She slept. The lady slept, and she started snoring, and she snored. And I'm wondering, why this lady is not in pain? Because at that moment I'm still in pain, but it's not as much. But it couldn't allow me to sleep, because just when you're catching your sleep, pop, another one hits, another contraction hits. So I'm wondering, oh damn, mbona hasikii uchungu? Only to ask her, and she told me she's been scheduled for a cesarean section. That's why she was sleeping, so she wasn't in labor. Me, I pambanad with my pain up to morning. And then I'm asking the ladies, so you just check me. So they kept checking my pressure and my baby's heartbeat. So this is now Monday usiku yote imeisha, like a whole night is over. It is in the morning, and the nurse told me the doctor is going to come and check you, so that we can know if you're progressing. Guys, this is on Tuesday now. Tuesday asubuhi at 9, and the doctor comes better off. I don't know if it's because of her small fingers or something, but trust me, it was not as uncomfortable as the previous day to be checked the dilation. So she checks me and she tells me I'm at 2 centimeters, guys. 2 centimeters after a whole night, almost 12 hours. 2 centimeters. I later came to realize that kumbe the previous night they checked me, I had not dilated kabisa. So I think they just told me I'm dilating so that nisife moyo. So I'm at 2 centimeters. I had to be induced, because you see, this is from Sunday and now this is Tuesday in the morning. I was induced, and from the stories that I had heard, I expected flames. I expected to burn. I expected the contractions to come with their children and children. I expected the contractions to come like Hitler. Nothing happened. Yeah? Nothing. I'm just there. I'm having pain, yes, but it's not what I'm expecting. I don't know if it's because in my mind I had something I was expecting, but there was nothing. So, but what happened that day, I really vomited severally, and I couldn't keep anything in my stomach. So anything I could take, I could vomit. Anything I could take, I could vomit. So at around sasaba, like 1 o'clock, I was checked, and guys, I'm at 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters. Guys. So I got impatient. I grew impatient, and my husband came to bring me lunch, but he was around the hospital, but hakuwa anataka kunionaona sana, because alikuwa anasikia uoga, alikuwa anasikia all sorts of things. So I waited. I didn't take lunch. I tried to take lunch, but I vomited, so I was just surviving on water. And the ladies there were telling me, Tabz, try and eat something, because you're going to need the energy to push. And I'm at 4 centimeters, guys. So this is around 1, and then at around 4:30, I was induced again. It was only that tablet that you're kanaikangwaba. So at this particular point, I'm expecting where now that she's induced me, I'm going to have that crazy pain, and then I'm going to have my baby in the next 2 hours. There was a lady who was called Vero, and I was asking her, Akis, you just check me if I've dilated. She's like, Tabz, you just wait. However, I'm seeing you behave, you're not yet there. So I'm wondering, kwani, this pain is coming from where? Like, where is this pain coming from? Okay. So Mimi, I'm just there, and they change shifts. Changing of shifts 1 more time. I'm still there, and then there was this nurse who came in. She was I didn't like her, by the way. She wasn't so friendly, but she helped me quite a lot. So she's like, Ebu, come I check you. a lot of stories there. She tells me, I ask her, how much have I dilated? How much have I dilated? She's like, no, you're just okay. What you'll do, let me try to break your waters so that you can see if it will fasten the dilation process. And then, this is around 7. Me, I tell my husband, like, yo, I'm tired. Me, I just want to go for a CS and we are done with this story. It's just too much. It wasn't the pain, but the waiting was a bit long. So, my husband disappeared in thin air. He disappeared. I don't know where he went. I think when he saw me getting emotional and just being frustrated, akaona I'd rather just go and leave her. So I don't know how he disappeared. I'm left there with the nurse. She tried and she broke the waters, which was very little. She was like, wow, your waters are very little. I don't know how the baby was surviving in there, but it's just because of God. That's around 7, and she tells me, what you do, enda utembe, go walk around so that the baby can go down the pelvic, something of the sort. Medics, I don't know if that's the right term, but she told me go and walk around. And guys, I tell you, at that point I wasn't so energetic. I was frustrated, I was anxious, I was all sorts of things. I was emotional. I was wondering, when is this baby coming out? She was just not ready to come out, and I was expecting to be in so much pain, but nothing. At this point, we are, I think, around 4 in the labor room, and the other ladies were going round and round and round. They were in pain, but my pain wasn't that much. So I think that's why the dilation process was so slow. So the lady broke my waters, and then she told me to go walk around. But who is Tabz? I was tired. I went, put in music to calm labor. Music to calm labor. What? Yes, and I slept. I wasn't really asleep, but I was just relaxing. And when the pain would come, now at that point I could just rise up and breathe, take those breathing techniques, use them, whatever I had learned on the internet, and trust me, it helped. So I was chatting with my friends. I'm telling them, oh gosh, I don't know what's happening, I'm not sure if my baby is okay, but the nurses were checking, and sure, my baby's heartbeat was fine. So they told me there's nothing to worry about. This hospital that I'm talking about, it's very rare for you to go for a CS if at all there's no emergency. So they mostly advocate for vaginal births. So as long as the mother is okay and the baby is fine, they will not rush you to the theater. So hey, and then I think the pain started increasing at some point, which I can't really recall well. I think the pain took over my memory. So I started feeling the dilations increase. At this point, it's around 8. It got to some point, I felt now this is too much. I went to the nurse. She was just nearby. I told her, venye nasikia, I think this baby is coming now. So I just walked to the station where we were being checked. She checked me and she told me, yo, the baby is coming. Can you just go direct to the delivery room? It was just like a few steps away. So I just walked in there and I was braced. I was so ready. After all those hours of waiting, I was so ready. Trust me, you guys, I was so ready. But what happened? My energy was failing me. My energy was failing me because you see, I had not eaten the whole day, and if I ate, I had vomited. So at this point, I'm ready to push, but I don't have energy. So the lady, there were 2. The other one came and tried to help me. She pushed me up, like right here. She pushed the baby as I push, and It didn't take a long time. It took me around 7 minutes to 10. Yeah, and guys, and the episiotomy, I just had cha. The scissors were like cha. Yes. So I had an episiotomy so that to allow the baby to come through. And yo, that was my baby. My energy had failed me. They put my baby right here and she was beautiful, but I didn't have energy. I could feel that my body didn't have any other energy left. So I could feel like she could slip off. So I touched her. She was so precious. It was the best moment of my life just to see her put on my chest. And I thank God for that moment. They took her away to the cot right next to me so that they could dress her up and wash her and all that. And then guys, that was not it. So for other people, it is just that you're stitched, your episiotomy is stitched, and then you go and that's it. Maybe you go shower, blah blah blah, that's it. So for me guys, after the baby is taken away, I could hear her, but my energy was a bit low. So the lady nurse tells me, we're just going to clean you up so that you don't get clots. I was like, okay, you go ahead. You know, after like some human coming out of you, now there's nothing so big for you. So I expected her to clean me and now stitch me up, and we are done. So feel blood gush out, and it was so warm it could go past my legs to where they put their waist. And at this point, the little energy I had started to go away, like totally go away, like slowly go away. And I could feel like I'm dying. I don't know the feeling of death, but I could feel like I don't have any other energy left. And I could pray to God, asking him, God, please don't allow this to happen. I just had these small voices in me because I could not shout, just telling God, please do not allow this to happen. Allah. Sorry about that. So I could feel that I don't have any energy left. I think at a point I got unconscious, and I was on oxygen. I was having needles go through my skin. They had to bring blood for me like very urgently. So niliekwa damu, I had syringes, I had some, I don't know if it's on this side. This side I was put on some medicine. A lot was happening at this point, and all I could think was, Lord, don't allow this to happen. My baby needs me. It's a bit emotional because I thought I could die. Hey gosh, I thought I could die. Like honestly, I thought I was dying, but God was there. God was there to hold me. He was there, and I could hear the nurses tell me, Tabitha, stay with us. Stay with us, stay with us. They did that so that my brain could not go to sleep. So after a while, I don't know how long, I regained energy, and when I woke up, there were so many people around me. Even the doctors who had gone home, they were there with me. And I really thank God for this hospital because they handled this as an emergency, and I thank God that I came out of that place alive. Yeah, and postpartum hemorrhage happens. It really doesn't have an explanation of it, so it's not negligence, it's not anything. It is just something that happens, and it's a high cause of maternal deaths during birth. So in case you went through a postpartum hemorrhage on your first delivery or second, you're supposed to be very careful, and you're supposed to inform the doctors when you're going for your clinics that you had a postpartum hemorrhage in your other birth, so that it can help, so that it can assist you with just having the records and avoiding such emergencies happening, and you make sure that you go to a hospital that is equipped. So yeah, that was it, guys. At this point, when I'm in the delivery room, my friends do not know where I am. They don't know what's happening. My husband too had left a bit. He doesn't know what's happening. My mother, my family members, no one knew what was going on. But I thank God, because my pastor also asked my spiritual mom, "What have you talked to Tabz?" And he was a bit restless, and he just came to the hospital because he wasn't sure what was going on. And at this particular point, when I was in the delivery room, he was the only person who was outside waiting for me. So he informed my husband that he's at the hospital, but I have not yet delivered. But he told him that so that he could just avoid my husband getting a bit anxious. So he told him bado, but he was aware of what was happening. And when I came out of the delivery room, very weak, I was very weak. I was having some blood transfusion. My baby, I could not hold my baby at that point. He was there, and I'm very thankful because he was interceding for me when I was right inside that delivery room. So guys, I'm really grateful to God that I had people who were praying for me at that point. My mom, my husband, my pastor, my friends, everyone who was in prayers just because of me. I thank God that I came out of that delivery room. And I'd like to tell you something, that in a journey of getting a baby, it is not easy. It is not very easy at all. It is not easy to conceive. It is not easy to carry a baby to term. It is not easy to get into the delivery room and get out well. People have lost their lives when bringing life. People have lost their babies. So I'd like to sensitize people who keep on asking couples maybe who just got married, mnatuletea mtoto lini, blah blah blah. You don't know the journey that they are in. You don't know what they are going through. You don't know what their fears are. You don't know if at all they actually want to get children. Instead of you asking such questions to people, just pray for them. Just ask God to help them if at all they are struggling. Yeah, do not ask people about children. Please do not. Children are a gift from God, and the whole process is divine because of God. So let's be sensitive with people. Let's be sensitive with people who stayed for long without getting children. You don't know their struggles. You don't know what their plans are. So unless someone tells you, yo, by the way, I'm pregnant, by the way, we are planning to get a baby, by the way, unless someone tells you about that, do not go ahead and ask them. So for me, it's a miracle that my baby has turned one, and I really thank God. I have seen her grow. I have seen her from that particular day up to now, and it's a really awesome thing, and it's a miracle to me that I'm alive. It's a miracle, guys. So I don't know if you have experienced anything close to mine. You can share down below. If you have a friend, if you have anyone who's gone through such kind of ordeal that I was in, you can share below. And also you can tell me about your delivery stories, your labor stories. Some really go through labor, a lot of pain. Others do not go through that. Others just labor for a few hours and they get their children. every woman has a different story, so it is never the same. And in case there's anything you want us to sensitize people about, you can comment down below, and I can do a video. Even if it's not me, I can feature someone, yeah, so that we can grow together. Thank you a lot for watching this video. Thank you for being my subscriber. Thank you for coming back and watching. I really appreciate you sharing this video. I really appreciate you telling your friends about my channel. Thank you to the 265 subscribers. I hope that we grow the family, and I'll see you next time, maybe with another story, maybe with an educational video. Whatever that comes, we are going to share. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe and share this video. I love you, and keep safe. Bye.